Alright. So where we last left off, you guys did some shopping. Did not buy anything. You decide to...
entirely untrue.
to decide to... yeah, I guess that's true.
And some potions.
Yeah.
Alright, you bought some things. And... you decided to start your investigation a little ahead of time. And... you found yourselves, after talking to the handmaiden in the temple to Sarenrae, you found yourselves outside the dark temple where the doors were locked and proceeded to spend about an hour trying to figure out how to get in. And that's where we left off.
It was our shining accomplishment.
Actually, after you guys did go to bed after you decided that it was not worth it to try to break in. And that's where we left off.
Yeah.
This is on you guys. You guys, this is...
and go.
Pretty much.
So were we going to meet back up at the temple? Were we just going to meet back up at the take? What was our...
Don't really think that was discussed. I think it was just, screw it, we'll try tomorrow.
It was not.
Yeah, I think we just met up. I think we just agreed to meet back in the morning, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Should we start at the take then?
Probably.
Okay.
Okay, well, my character's standing outside the take right now, so.
I mean, I'm the only one that doesn't live at the take, right?
I mean, Ophelia's not staying there, so she'd just make her way there in the morning.
All right. Make my way there in the morning.
Cool.
Alright, you guys meet up at the take.
Yep.
We're already off to a roaring start, guys.
Totally.
So do we want to try and go see if the temple's unlocked? And if it's not unlocked, what are we going to do this time?
I mean, we just have to... I mean... I hate to say break in, but...
We're going to have to break in, aren't we?
Probably. I don't like that it's locked for this long, if it's gonna be locked still. I feel like that's a bad sign. So...
Well, if I have to, I'll break in, I guess. You guys have more to lose breaking into it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd really rather not.
I'd rather not that. I'd rather that not come back on me.
Well, I had a
But
lot
we'll
to think about
support
last
you
night, so.
from afar.
You had a lot to think about?
I thought about it a lot last night as I was going to bed, so I decided if it's still locked, I guess I'll be the one to break in, since, like I said, you guys have a lot more to lose than me, so that'll work out.
Alright. Let's go then, I guess.
Yep, let's go.
Sounds good.
Alright, you guys decide to leave off toward the temple. And it's only a few minutes of travel. By a few minutes, I mean about 20 minutes of walking. Before you make it to the entrance to the Dark Castle. And if everybody could go ahead and make me a perception check.
Getting there, getting there. Come on, Ophelia.
We believe in you.
Unload all those other spells.
I did already. It's a thing.
Alright. So you're all easily perceptive enough to notice that as you approach the Dark Temple, there is a wagon parked off kind of the side. It's just out front. Nobody seems to be there. There's no beast of burden attached to it. It's just a wagon.
I mean, I'm gonna go up to the wagon.
Okay. You've actually seen this wagon here a couple times before.
Oh, okay, cool. Is it like... Do I know what it's usually there for?
You have never seen the person that comes with it. You just know that it every once in a while is parked outside the Dark Temple.
It's not weird.
Bad feeling about this wagon.
I've had a bad feeling my whole life.
That's fair.
Yeah, about this temple. So,
Can I poke my head inside the wagon?
Yeah, you poke your head inside the wagon, and it looks like a normal wagon. Nothing seems to be inside of it. Seems empty. Nobody's in there.
Does anything about the inside of the wagon seem magical in some way?
Make an Arcana check. You can't tell.
Can I stick my head inside and see if anything happens?
You do so, and nothing happens.
Ray, I've seen that
So
wagon
Billy-
before. It's not... I don't know if it's anything to be worried about.
You've seen it before. Do you know what it does then?
I know it's a wagon, and I know it parks here sometimes.
But
I
you
don't know
don't know if it brings anything or takes anything away?
No. I've never seen a person with the wagon, so...
I don't know. It still strikes me as a little odd.
I mean, it is kind of weird. Then again, what about this place isn't?
I'm going to assume the doors to the temple are still closed, right?
They're closed, yeah. But without checking them, you don't know if they're locked.
Ophelia's gonna go check the lock.
Okay, you pull on the temple doors, and it's locked.
I was hoping that wasn't the case. Alright, Dark.
Okay, so...
Nope, I've really got nothing that can help.
Well, I should have bought some lock-picking tools.
Might have been helpful.
Can I pound just really, really hard, knock on the door really, 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 really hard? Just to make sure.
Okay, are you gonna knock on the door?
Yeah.
Okay. You knock on the door. And a couple seconds later, actually, you wait about 10 seconds or so, and you hear, and the door opens.
Is that all we needed to fucking do this whole fucking time?
Maybe.
I feel you saying that out loud though.
And standing in the doorway is a half-elf that none of you have seen before.
Hello.
Hello. Can I help you?
This. Yes. I grew up here. I was hoping I'd be able to come in with my friends.
You grew up here and you couldn't get in?
Yeah. I didn't leave much.
Fair enough. Come on in.
Cool. She's gonna look at Dark and Ray and then keep on walking.
I'll follow her inside.
Dark will begrudgingly go into the temple.
Alright. You guys all step inside the temple.
Do you know where Nira is by any chance? What's she doing?
Oh yeah. She's still up at the council.
Do you know where they are? Because that's what we've kind of been trying to track them down.
Yep.
I have a feeling you're not going to tell us.
You didn't ask. You asked if I knew. You didn't ask where they were.
Oh, where are they?
Josh, where are they?
They're in a hidden
Really?
chamber underneath the Cobalt Athenium, the library.
I tell them that.
For those of you guys that have watched Critical Role, it is the chamber that Osisa is in during that episode.
Ooh.
But that's like
Okay.
thousands of years from now, so.
Exactly. So, right now it's just a secret chamber underneath the library.
Ophelia looks at this new person and she's like, I'm surprised the doors were locked for so long.
They were locked?
They were locked.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
why...
They must have relocked themselves after I unlocked them.
Yeah. So we found it a little odd. That's all.
Well, we were here yesterday, knocking on the doors, looking in the windows. Got no reaction for a good hour from anybody inside.
There mustn't have been anyone here yesterday then.
Apparently. Is everything okay in here?
As far as I can tell, I've been looking around the place and nothing seems amiss.
What's your name?
Oh, sorry, I haven't introduced myself. I'm the Druid.
Can you repeat yourself,
Your name
please?
is the Druid, so do we call you the?
You can call me you can call me Druid, you can call me the Druid, whatever you want to call me. What's your name?
Are you a new worshipper here, or
No.
you're just sitting in Nero's temple for no reason?
As you
no, I have a reason.
as you were talking to him, you notice I feel like you're used to the ravens being in the room, perched up around the sides. But as you talk to him, you notice that every once in a while one of the ravens will come down and just land on his shoulder and just kind of look at him. And look at you guys.
I just
And then
kind of
take off and fly away.
absentmindedly just like scratch the chin of the raven before it flies away.
Is the card outside yours?
Yes, it is.
I've seen it around, but I've never seen you before.
I've never seen you before either.
That's true. I mean, why are you here? Not to ask rude questions.
Well, I've been investigating some disappearances, and path led me here.
It wouldn't happen to be a bunch of people that got acid burned. Would it?
It is actually. Do you know anything about it?
No, we're searching for it too. Well, we might know something about it, but we aren't sure.
Hmm. Well, if you're looking for them, and I'm looking for them, then I guess it'd be better to work together.
I suppose so.
Well, I've introduced myself. What's your name?
I'm Ophelia.
Nice to meet you, Ophelia. And he looks over to Dark and Ray.
I'm Ray.
Name's Dark.
Perfect. Now we've all been acquainted. Now, what do you know about the missing people?
Ophelia just looks at Ray.
I don't remember what we know.
What we know is we saw a strange guy. We saw a strange man making his way to town one day. Seemed a little off. We had this sinking feeling that he was a dragon in disguise. We made our way to another temple. We found a bunch of people that were burned with acid. We left. We came back the next day. All the people that were there that were burned were gone. So we're just trying to figure out what the hell's going on, basically. That's about the gist of it.
Supposedly they were brought to the council, and from what we understand, it was the man we believe to be a dragon that took them there. Which is why we've been looking for the council to see if they are actually there or not.
Interesting. Josh, I would assume that seeing how I've talked to the council about this, that they don't have the missing people, and hence why they're missing.
You actually know that the missing people are there.
Oh, all right. Interesting.
Well, the missing people and the people that were burned by the acid are two different groups of people.
Oh, got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Do we know anything about missing people?
You do not. The missing people that you guys are thinking he's talking about are the ones that are at the council. The missing people that he's talking about is an entirely different thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
So you guys are on two separate pages, but you don't know that.
Your missing people, where are they missing from?
Josh?
Homes, travels,
Just
missing
all
from
over
yeah, basically
area.
if you're out alone and you're missing, that's you fall into that category.
I will explain to them that the people that are missing are really from all over, mostly around the Vasselheim area, though. Pretty much anyone that goes out by themselves.
A large majority of them have either gone missing just outside of the outskirts of town, or to the forest to the north.
That too.
God, it's almost like this druid is being fed information from the bird on his shoulder. Sorry, I couldn't pass it up.
Cuckoo!
Metagaming pigeon. Woohoo!
A
Exactly,
little
the
bird
ravens.
The direction that most of the missing people are from, is that in the same direction as Manning's house?
Who's Manning?
No, I'm asking
Is it?
Josh.
Oh,
Well, the Manning lives in the outskirts, kind of more toward Vasselheim than like the further edge of the outskirts. The outskirts is basically a small town-like area that's not within Vasselheim city walls. And so Manning actually lives fairly close to the city itself, and the majority of people that are going missing around that region, which the Druid would be able to explain to you, are coming from the opposite side of town, toward the wilderness. That's where the bulk of people go missing.
Okay.
As well as to the north where you guys saw the dragon tracks, that forest. Uh-oh.
That's Kayla. She said
Better?
she
Just making sure.
Sorry, we had a storm this weekend, and my Wi-Fi's been really buggy ever since. It's pretty
Gotcha.
annoying.
No problem.
So yeah, do with that information as you will.
Alright.
Well, if so, have we put two and two together that our people and his missing people are not the same people?
Maybe. You don't know enough about your people, though. You just know that there was a group of people that got burned by acid. You don't really know where they were from.
All right.
Actually, go ahead, just for the sake of this, make an intelligence check.
Sure.
Oh God, please don't ask me.
All right,
hey.
yeah. So you're able to piece together that you're not 100% sure, but based on context clues, you're starting to think that they're not the same groups of people. But you might need a little bit more information. Oh my God!
I do
Holy
too.
shit.
Holy crap!
My God, Dark.
Yeah, so you guys are both able to piece together that more than likely it's not the same group of people, but you would need a little bit more information to be 100% certain.
I'm starting to get the feeling that these two groups of people, not the same group of people.
Yeah, I kind of get that feeling too.
Oh.
Well, that's
I mean,
that's terrible. Two missing groups of people.
Yeah, it's a lot
I
more than
mean-
I thought.
technically our group isn't really missing. We're just concerned with who may have moved them and why.
So they're missing, but not missing. You just don't know where they went.
Right.
Yes. It's mostly the person that we know that took them is what concerns us.
The person that you know who took them, which was who?
Yeah. Might be a dragon in disguise.
Yeah.
Did I
It's-
run into a dragon in disguise? I meet so many people in disguise that I can never remember if they're dragons or not.
I describe the sketchy dude.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about.
I wrote his name down, Typhon.
Sure.
I wrote a name down with an arrow that says he a dragon and another arrow that says Vasselheim.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about him. He's working with the council.
Well, you actually know him by a different name.
I do. I know. I just didn't say it.
Yeah, just making sure.
I know.
Oh, you're working with him.
Well, I'm not working with him. The council is working with him.
That would have been helpful to know.
You didn't
Yeah.
ask.
It would have.
I don't know if I find that's. I just feel like there's something that's not adding up here.
Well, there was also word
And
of a black dragon, and I feel like a black dragon probably wouldn't work with a
Wait,
council.
are your missing people all the injured people I saw with the council, like near their chambers?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I said. All the people
Oh,
that
they're
were
fine.
inside that were burned were in the temple, and then we came back the next day and it was gone. Did I not explain that correctly, or did you just not hear it?
I guess I didn't hear it.
Okay, because I said they were all in the temple, that they were burned by acid, and we came back the next day and they were gone.
Yeah, they were moved to a different location
Okay,
by the council.
that would have been nice to know, considering everybody inside that temple that we asked had no clue what happened to them.
Yeah, all they knew there was that they were being moved by that man.
See, this is why proper communication is key. I keep telling them that, but they just won't listen. Oh, everything needs to be a secret. Ugh.
Speaking of proper communication, and this is a question for the DM, does Dark actually believe a single fucking word from this guy?
Make an insight check.
Yeah, I was just like,
So we all
I'd
know
also
how Dark's trust
make an
is.
insight check.
Ah, damn it.
All right, just based on his passive alone, for either one, I'm gonna say no.
No, he doesn't trust me.
No. Well, he okay. Sorry. Let me reword that. Based on do a GM roll to me, Mike, for whichever role that you consider you would be
I don't
using
even
for
know
this.
I don't even know what role to do because this was more like miscommunication by the players than
If you're
miscommunication
lying
by the
to us about
characters.
stuff, it would be a deception.
All right, then, got it. Hold on, I just need to go out of edit mode because I'm still working on my character. All right. Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was low.
Yeah, that was really fucking low. Oh god. Yeah, that was really low. So, Ophelia, are you also going to make an insight check?
Insight check. The only thing Ophelia is really good at. Let's see.
Nice.
All right.
Hey, good job, guys.
So Dark, you take his word for knowledgeable. He knows what he's talking about. You don't sense any sort of misguidance or any reason not to trust what he's saying to you. Ray and Ophelia.
Dark has
You
plenty of
guys-
reason not to trust what he says, but that's a different story altogether.
Yeah. You have reasons not to trust him, but for what he's been telling you, you find it difficult to believe that he's been lying to you. Ray and Ophelia, you both, although you don't sense that he's lying to you at all, you get the impression that he's been honest with you about everything he's told you so far, but that mostly he's just take it, with a grain of salt. Whether you are,
I'm just weird.
Exactly. He's behaving differently than what you would expect, especially at somebody that would be at the Temple of Nerul. But at the same time, like you're under the honest impression that he has not misled you in any way at all, and that you are like 99% sure that he's been open and honest with you throughout the entire conversation. But that doesn't mean that I mean, take it as your character would, whether you trust his words or not, but you sense that you're not being lied to.
Well, I have a feeling that even if we go to where the council is, they're not going to interact with us in any way. So perhaps turning our attentions to your missing people might be a more productive use of our time instead of just wandering back and forth around Vasselheim.
Yeah, we've done a lot of that.
I agree with that reasoning. Well done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, what do you know so far, and what did you think you were going to find here?
Well, honestly, I'm not rightly sure. This is just where the path led me. I was looking for the missing people, and I came this way. And then I met you guys. And now I know that there are other missing people that are not actually missing.
It might just be best to forget our people for now. I'm getting the impression that they're not involved.
Yeah,
I
it
think
sounds like
these
they're
are
pretty
two
safe.
different. And if they're not safe, I don't think they're in a position that we could help.
Well, I don't think we should throw out that they're not involved with each other. They might still be involved, but we have concluded that they're not missing, as I know exactly where they are.
Right.
So, did you so you arrived here. Is there another trail that you're following from here, or is the trail cold?
Well, that depends. What about your what about your trail? Now that I've told you about this new group of missing people, what do you think we should do?
I mean, I think that we should help you look for your missing people. I'm just not sure how best to go about that.
Besides walking around town like we have been the past few days.
Yeah, I'd really rather not do that.
We're really not good at that.
Well, they don't go missing in town. They go missing around the outskirts of the town. A lot of the times up north near the forest.
Good place to start.
So have you gone to the forest?
No, I came here first.
Then head to the forest.
Did you learn anything here, though?
Yeah, just come to talk to ravens or something?
No, but I did learn something. I
What'd you
learned your
learn?
name.
Yeah, you sure did. Good talk.
Alright, Snarky, so let's just make our way up to the forest. Or on the outskirts of town.
Right.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, so you guys head out toward the outskirts. Click, 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 click.
I hear typing.
You hear me? As my sound goes in and out constantly. So we're going out to the forest. Sorry, I lost audio for a second there.
Oh yeah, you guys are. I was going to ask you guys going to the forest or the outskirts?
The outskirts.
Let's go to the outskirts,
Yeah,
and
for
then from there we can look. And if we need to go to the forest, then we'll go to the forest from there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you guys go out to the outskirts.
Out to the outskirts.
And it seems like a normal, not busy day, but this traffic, people moving about. If anybody wants to make a perception check, feel free. Jesus Christ.
That's some good perception.
Yeah.
Does that make you feel better?
everything.
I spoke too soon.
Dark's got too much on his mind staring at Mr. The over here.
Mr. The.
Mr. The.
And yes, I am going to refer to you as Snarky from this point on.
I like
Because
snarky.
you got that snarky little attitude about everything.
Hey, whatever works, man.
Yeah. Whatever you want to do, I don't care.
Ah, shit, typed that wrong. Da-da-da-da. Why? Why am I having trouble? Yeah. So you guys go out to the outskirts, and then you, Ophelia, and Ray. Sorry, I got sidetracked a little bit.
All good.
You guys don't notice anything out of the ordinary at all. Especially you, Ophelia, as you are out here almost every day. It seems nothing is amiss. At least within the central portion of the outskirts.
Alright. I mean, nothing seems that weird. I'm out here a lot, you guys. At least so far.
Well, keep an eye out as we walk around and Jocelyn, we were being told about the various dragon activities going around. Was anything up in this area?
Up in this area, the outskirts?
Yeah.
Not directly within the outskirts. You didn't hear anything about being within the outskirts. You heard from the side closer to the, or the basically the outskirts of the outskirts. Kind of thinking about it that way. The outer edge of the outskirts along the wilderness to the east, as it would be.
Okay.
So, if you don't see anything unusual, perhaps we should look for something that is too usual.
Too usual?
Unusual.
What is that supposed to mean? Like
Josh, I
that-
think I'm going to make a perception check.
Go for it. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. So what are you looking for exactly?
Well, they've already looked to see if anything's stood out. So I'm looking to see if there's anything that someone might be using to cover their tracks, like make the wilderness look too normal to the point where it looks fake.
Are you venturing off to the outskirts, the outer perimeter of the outskirts, or are you staying within the central portion of the outskirts?
Sorry, you cut out for me a little bit. You repeat the question?
Yeah, are you guys as a group heading out toward the outer perimeter of the outskirts? Or are you doing it within the central portion, like as it would be the shopping district located within the central portion of the outskirts?
I would say going to the outer portion of the outskirts.
Okay.
Start there first.
Closer to the wilderness.
Sure. So you, as you get out there, trying to think for a second here. You said you're looking for cover. Okay, yeah. You notice as you get out toward the perimeter, things don't seem as they should, as far as, number one, the layout of the land changes too dramatically, or as it would be for you, not dramatically enough. It seems that there's some kind of deceitful magic once you reach the outer perimeter, where you feel like the foliage in the area should be way less dense than it actually appears. And then on top of your perception check, you notice that along the path, because there is a path that heads out from the outskirts off toward the east, you presume to some settlement you guys have not discovered over there, or to the docks that are out on the ocean side. You notice that off the path, even from where you guys are standing, even though it's hard to kind of see it for you guys, at least through the trees, but the Druid notices several traps kind of laid through. You would expect there to be nothing. There is something.
I turn to Dark, and I say, Dark, you strike me as a man of the man of nature, a man like a forester, kind of like a hunter, I guess.
Yeah.
I point to one of these sections that look too dense, and I say, what do you think of that?
What would I think of that? Is this something I should roll?
Yeah, make a either a nature, survival, or insight check.
Would he get advantage because I'm helping him?
Yeah, because you're helping, you get advantage.
Didn't help much.
Well, I tried.
I think it looks alright to me.
I'm not so sure. And I go kind of walking off in the direction of the denser parts of this area.
Mm-hmm. And you guys, as you're paying attention to him, you notice that when he steps, his foot seems to sink through some of the terrain unnaturally. Like, he should be stepping on something solid, but he isn't. And then the Druid would also notice that as he is stepping out toward the dense portion of the trees that seems to be too dense for what you feel like it should be, your boots are getting soaked. As you seem to be stepping in a small bit of water.
But as I look down, there is no water at my foot.
You do not see water.
My new companions, it looks like someone has pasted some sort of illusion over this terrain.
Huh.
And I will cast Dispel Magic.
I was gonna ask.
All right.
I was going to say,
illusions.
you're not
so
looking
good
at
at
the
those.
right group of magic casters today.
Yeah, we're really good at illusions.
As the Druid casts his Dispel Magic, you guys watch as 75% of the trees that are in this area fade away. And the ground that was once a nice lush forest ground turns to a swampy, muggy, gross-looking terrain as the forest that was once here is revealed to be a swamp.
Just doing like the Will Smith pose. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
That was unexpected.
Yeah.
See? Too usual. This is more unusual.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I'm gonna trust your judgment on anything nature related. Because you told us your name was the Druid. And I don't get outside much.
No, outside's really not my thing. So I'll just follow you two around until we find something, I suppose.
Yes.
Looking around, do we see anything like any sort of large tracks or any sort of like, was there movement through here with like a wagon or a lot of people or anything like that?
Make a perception check. Actually, let's do investigation for this.
If you're sure.
I think so. And although you rolled okay, you do find what appear to be giant tracks, similar to those you found in the northern forest, that seems to head off in the northern direction.
There's more of those giant dragon-like tracks over there, and I point to wherever it is I see them. It seems like it's going north towards where we also saw those tracks. So maybe our two groups of people are related after all.
Maybe.
I mean, probably.
Well, should we follow the trail then?
What else?
Should we know? Are we going to? Yes.
That's an accurate statement, Ray.
All right. So you guys make your way toward the north.
Yep.
And eventually you come across, you stay in swamp the entire time. And eventually you come across a shack on the edge of the swampland. And you recognize this shack because you have been here many times. You still see the beginnings of the forest. You're guessing that this is natural. There's no, just some brief investigation will reveal there's no illusion here. This is the natural forest that the shack is placed at the edge of. The waterfall is real. And then as you curve around this forest portion, remembering that as you guys pass through here, many months ago at this point, there was sightings of yuan-ti toward the northern portion of this. So you venture an area you know fairly well. And then you make your way back around, keeping track with the swampland, and find what you would guess to be the heart of the swamp. As it is way nastier. The water is just muggier, gross looking, and way off in the distance, you spot a shack that looks more like a house.
Huh.
And Dark, I need you to make a survival check. With advantage. All right. So, Dark, growing up and spending a lot of time out in the forest has definitely aided you with, growing up with your brother. Learning the forests and how to navigate them, even having not traveled right directly through them. And based on your current positioning from where you would have traveled had you taken a straight line through the forest past the shack, you would guess that this house would be the approximate location of where you visit Radek at. Although, there's a swamp here instead of a forest.
So this is where Radek would be, but it doesn't seem like it?
The terrain is different. The building itself looks identical.
Okay. Yeah. I've been to this place before, but, I've seen this house, but it doesn't look like it's was in this area before. That's what I let them know. Like, I've been here, but the terrain looks completely different.
That's very strange, Dark. Are you sure it's the same place?
Yeah, this is Radek's house. Pretty sure. I've been here many times. This is the guy that gave me the crossbow.
Yeah, your friend you were telling me about.
Yes.
Alright.
I'm sorry, is his house normally here, or is it like his house? This is his house and just got moved to a new area?
Well, perhaps.
I don't know.
Perhaps this is your friend's house, but it only looks like it's in a different area because every other time you've been here, that illusory terrain had been covering the landscape. And now that I've dispelled it, you see the land for what it really is.
Huh.
Interesting point.
I guess. Yeah, that's interesting.
Are we close to the house?
It's a few 100 yards away from you.
I'm gonna make my way towards it.
Alright.
I follow.
Yeah, I think we all follow.
Yep, apparently we're going.
Alright, well, I need the three of you, so not the Druid, as you begin making your way through the swamp. I need you guys to make strength saving throws.
Not good at those.
Good thing Ophelia's like not terrible.
Oh, man,
Can I cast resistance on myself first?
No.
Is it too late for that?
Oh no! Oh no!
Alright. Real quick, what's the marching order?
Dark would be in front.
And the druid would be right behind him.
Okay, you guys can walk, like, in a line, too, if you want. Like, you're not restricted to any hallways.
It's just completely horizontal, 4 people across.
You could. It's
I feel
pretty wide open.
I feel like at this moment that might be kind of wise.
Yeah, maybe.
So if one person falls, only they fall?
I mean, it's easier for you to grab them, right?
I guess.
Alright. Well, taking that into consideration, as you guys begin moving through the swamps, Ophelia and Dark, you guys feel like the stickiness of the murky water. You're assuming there's some mud on the bottom of it, like pulling your leg a little bit. You have to, like, take a little bit extra steps to get out. Ray.
Yeah.
You notice that it isn't mud pulling at your feet. As you sidestep ever too much, your foot slips, and you fall deeper into the water. And you notice as you're pulling yourself out, or trying to pull yourself out, what appeared to be these white, ghostly hands latching themselves onto your feet and attempting to drag you under the water. I need you to make an athletics check.
Guys. Oh God.
I'll wait for
I
the
would hear the
analytic check.
commotion. I'd turn around and reach for her if I could.
Oh.
Ophelia's gonna try to help you.
Starts going to reach for her immediately.
All right. As she starts saying that, you all turn as these ghostly white, pale hands reach up out of the water, grabbing on to every angle around her head and pulling her underwater.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna try to keep her above water if I can.
I cast freedom of movement on her.
Ooh. Pulling up the.
Do you have to be
Pulling
able
up
to touch me to do that, though?
I don't think so.
the range touch.
Oh, look at that. All right, then I jump in after her.
Okay. As you jump in,
And then go swimming down towards her.
yeah, you jump into the water, and what appeared to be shallow water on the surface, you can see as you dive in, leads into a large cavern, completely submerged, and you see several figures dragging Ray toward the lower portion of it. They are slower than you, so you are able to catch up to them.
And then once I get within touch range of Ray, I will cast freedom of movement on her.
All right. So, you cast freedom of movement on Ray. Ray, you can now spend 5 feet of your movement to escape the restraint.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right. You do that, and you both swim up to the surface. The beings that pulled you under are much slower than you.
Was I able to also see that like cave down there?
You were in it.
Oh, I was in it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was just going towards it.
Yeah. No, you saw that it continued on further down, but as you broke the surface of the water, apart from where you were standing, you noticed the large cavern that was there.
Okay. Was I able to get a good look at whatever it was that was grabbing me?
Yeah. You saw what appeared to be a mixture of humanoid races that, by your assumption, definitely were not human. Or I should say, living. They were no longer alive.
They did.
They did, exactly. The one defining characteristic amongst all of them was that all of these spirits looked like they were burned by acid.
Oof.
Ooh.
Oh.
So is there like any sort of path I can pull myself back up on, or am I now just treading water in the swamp?
Oh, you pull yourself up where you were standing before, and you're standing.
Okay. Well, Ophelia, good news to you. There's some undead down there. Potential bad news, looks like they were all burned, and there's also a weird cave.
Burned by acid, specifically.
Specifically burned by acid, yes.
She's gonna look at Dark and be like, "Is your friend super evil?"
Not that I am aware of, but I'm definitely questioning things now.
I don't know if anyone else has just a house with a bunch of undead underneath of it, and it's totally cool living there. So,
I mean, I've only known him 6 months or so now, so I don't know everything about him, but he's always seemed to be on the level with me, and I don't know, so. But yeah, this is definitely not what I'm used to when I've headed up this way before.
All right. Well, just watch your step, and if I need to, I can turn some of those little fuckers. Okay? Cool.
Here, I'll make it easier for all of us, and I will take a minute to cast freedom movement on both of them as well.
Thanks.
There you
Do
go.
that.
I can also still cast water breathing if we think that will be helpful. Are we going to try to go fight these things, or are we going to go investigate the house?
Let's investigate the house first, and then if
Okay.
we don't find anything there, then we can go into the deep, dark mush.
All right.
Okay. So you guys make your way toward the house, unhindered, as you just kind of skip along the merry path to the house. And you get to the house. What are you doing?
Knocking on the door.
All right, you knock on the door. You wait. Seeing as you've been in this house before, you wait an estimated amount of time, as it would take somebody to walk from one end of the house to the other, and no response.
Knock again, even harder.
All right. Same thing. No response.
I'm kicking the fucking door in.
All right. As you attempt to kick the door in, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. As you trigger a glyph of warding. That's gonna hurt.
Oh.
Ooh.
Da, 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 da.
Why are you singing a Turtles theme song?
I don't know.
Think I wouldn't recognize that? I mean, come on.
Because we're in a swamp?
Ninja Turtles. Exactly. All right. So. Ah, shit. I'm sorry. It should have been a con save.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
Hey!
Better.
Much better.
You still fail.
Ha!
Oh.
Fuck.
So you take. You take. What's your maximum health?
104.
Okay, you're fine. You take 54 points of necrotic damage
Holy shit.
as you watch this. Let's see, what would it be? As a green beam of energy shoots out. Right into a line into Dark's chest.
Okay.
54, right?
54.
Oh, that's not good.
Alright.
Okay.
So we'll roll too. Yeah.
We should go. We should back up. We
We
should
shouldn't be here.
back up.
Ow.
Ophelia's gonna do a healing word on Dark.
Alright.
I'm going to
Fourth
assume
level.
my kick didn't open the door.
Oh, it did. Actually, let's be sure. Make a strength check. Athletics if you're proficient.
Wow, what a good healing
Right.
word.
You kick the door, and it nudges it slightly, but it doesn't kick it all the way open.
And I can't see anything in through that crack.
Nope.
Son of a bitch.
Would you like me to try?
You know, by all means, go right ahead.
All right, I will take out my wand and point it at the door and open it. And in doing so, I will also dispel any other magical traps on the door.
Alright. So the door just kind of open. That's it.
I'll go first. I go walking into the room.
Cool.
All right. You walk into the room. Inside, you see it's a very spacious house. You're guessing that whoever has lived here for a long time, as they have accumulated a massive amount of wealth that you can see in portraits hanging up on the walls, based on your passive perception alone. You could sense that there's tons of value just in this one place, including all the rugs in the house. Even the curtains are made from like real gold, the edgings of them. All the stuff just accumulates to what you guess is easily over 100,000 gold.
Interesting. Whoever lives here really likes money.
That's what it looks like. Shit.
Dirk, does this place normally look like this?
It does, right?
Yep.
Yes, it looks like this all the time.
You just aren't as keen on your wealth as the Druid would be. So, to you, it's like, yeah, it's cool stuff, but
Yeah, it's got a lot of
the
stuff. It's got a lot of money.
actual amount of money is astronomical.
There's a lot of ancient pieces here, too. Look at this one. This one's got to be
Ancient.
at least 500 years old.
Damn.
Base 2, you would also recognize a vase in the central living, like in the middle of the room, that you would date back to the age of the elementals.
Holy crap. I haven't seen one of these. Like, I haven't seen one of these.
He was just gonna look really closely at it and be like, "What the fuck? Where does this guy get all
Looks
this
like a vase to you.
I mean, I'm assuming it's a cool looking vase, right?
It is. You notice that parts of it seem to have been burned. You can tell some of it was submerged for a short period of time. Although it is made entirely from what you would assume to be clay, but more primitive in nature, like it's aged significantly.
Huh.
Actually, whoever wants to can make a history check
Ooh.
on this vase.
Sure.
I'm not even going to try.
All right. Well, the two of you alone would be able to surmise that this vase, just in its current state, is worth 75,000 gold.
To an interested collector.
Exactly, to the right person. To the wrong person, it's worth nothing. But to an interested party, it's worth a large sum of money.
Huh.
Huh. Dirk, why does your friend have something like this and all of these other things?
All of this
Again, in a
stuff.
house, in the middle of a swamp.
As I said before, this wasn't a swamp before.
But still in the middle of a forest, as you perceived it.
This is just where he lived.
Just weird.
I don't know why he had all this stuff. He just liked to collect stuff. And I have a question. Does it look like anyone has been in this place in any amount of time? Can I figure anything like that out?
Make an investigation check.
I can't tell shit.
It looks like you've been here.
Well, fuck.
Looks like somebody broke the door down.
Nope, just opened it.
Oh, there's
There's
some
little-
footprints. Oh, wait, those look like mine. Oh, wait, they are mine.
Yeah, you find a set of footprints that go from the door to the current spot you're standing in.
I'm so awesome.
I mean, can Ophelia tell if it seems rummaged through recently?
Sure. Make an investigation check. Not knowing the previous state of the place, like Darkwood, it's a little bit more difficult for you. Just based on your current perimeter and exploring a little bit further into the house, you are able to deduce it probably hasn't been traveled as far as you know. At least in recent days.
Huh.
Just based
I
on
mean-
like the dust, you notice it has settled around, it hasn't been disturbed, as if somebody were
Yeah.
walking through constantly.
I mean, guys, it looks like it's been empty for at least a few days.
When was the last time you saw your friend, Dark?
It's been a few months.
Actually, no, you did see him a couple weeks back.
I did?
Yeah. He talked to you about the crossbow.
That was a couple weeks.
I know, right? Doesn't feel like it.
Yeah. It was a couple weeks.
I wonder why.
Okay, then apparently it's been a couple weeks, although I swear to God it doesn't feel like that.
I mean, to be fair, long couple of weeks. But what? I don't know. Does something just not seem to be making sense, like lining up right to anybody else?
Yeah, me.
Yeah, I don't like whatever took you under. So.
Oh yeah, no, I don't like that either.
To me,
So
none
yeah,
of this is
it's
making
not
sense.
sitting right with me.
As much as I hate to say this, I kind of have a feeling we need to investigate that cave.
Josh, I'd like to look around, see if there's any secret doors or trap doors or whatnot in this place.
Yeah,
I was about to do
go
the same.
go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, I totally can't fail this.
Oh,
See?
wrong
Look
one.
at that.
Hold on. I rolled the wrong one. Add 2 to that.
Okay. Not that that makes much of a difference. Yeah, Dark, you, as usual, don't notice anything about this place that's different than your past times being here. Druid, you're very easily, as you venture into the bedroom in the back, you notice 2 things. One, you notice a trapdoor hidden it would be next to the bed, below a mirror on the wall. And also notice right next to the door a sensory node, as if something like the clairvoyance spell has been cast in this room.
Oh. Hey, come look at this.
Huh?
All right.
And I point to the general area where the sensory node is, and I'm just like, right in that corner there is a little sensory node. We're being watched.
You guys see nothing.
I just kind of smile at them, like kind of like a goofy smile, like, "Ha, clever."
The hell are you talking about?
Great. Can
Just trust me, it's there. It's a little hard to
Ophelia
see to the naked
sensory
eye,
node?
but it's there. But more importantly, and I kind of is there like a rug on top of it or what? On top of the
Partially.
trapdoor?
Partially.
With a flourish, I kind of whip the rug out of the way. I'm like, look what else I found.
Well, that was theatric.
Also, since you're standing there, 1 second. Damn it. Excuse me.
Typing intensifies.
Yes, it does.
Dun, dun, dun.
Actually, you're fine.
Okay. Instead of swimming down into the swamp, let's check out this entrance. Something tells me that the two meet up.
All right.
And I will take out my wand again and point at the trapdoor and open it, dispelling anything that's on the trapdoor.
All right. And the trapdoor just flips open.
Well, and I can go first, I guess.
All right. As you guys are going down, is anybody looking at the mirror that's on the wall next to the trapdoor?
Yeah, Ophelia probably
I
would.
probably would have been looking around, yeah.
Okay. So anybody that's looking at the mirror, make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, good.
I'm good at these, don't worry, guys.
Ophelia's not. Proficient.
Oh boy.
Oof.
Still not
Oh
the best.
boy.
Oof.
Oh boy.
There's a nat one somewhere.
Oh boy.
I have
Okay.
a feeling.
So, as you guys are standing there beginning to debate who's going to go down first, Ophelia, you look into the mirror.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, as you guys are looking around, you know, Ray looks at the mirror. It's just a mirror. And you look over. You continue looking around, but as you begin turning, it appears as if you have changed positions and are now perceiving things as if you were in the mirror's spot,
What the fuck?
as you are absorbed into the mirror.
Oh, cool. I mean, can they hear me?
You don't know.
Is Ophelia just gone?
Yep.
I assume I would notice that.
You would.
Yeah.
I mean, she's gonna be like, guys.
I look around. Is she? Can I see her in the mirror?
Nope.
Interesting.
I mean, I can see them. Right?
You can see them, yeah.
Okay.
Seems our friend Ophelia has been sequestered somewhere.
Well,
I'm gonna like, I don't know how to get their attention. I'm just gonna keep yelling at them, I guess. I'm gonna be like, I'm over here. Hello? Hello?
we're not able to hear her.
Do I see the, like, do I see a mirror still?
You see
Okay.
into the room. If you were standing where the
Alright,
mirror is.
so I don't know that I'm, like, in the mirror.
You could probably reasonably deduce that you're in the mirror.
Okay.
Did I? So I noticed nothing when I was looking in the mirror.
Nope.
Like nothing felt weird or anything.
Nope. You saw your reflection and the general reflection of anything in the room, as if it were from your angle.
Ophelia's gonna go ahead and cast Death Ward on herself.
Okay.
Nice.
And I mean, if I can still walk around,
Yep. When you turn
I'm gonna
away,
keep.
you only have a visibility of 10 feet.
Oh, cool.
But as you step, you still have a visibility of 10 feet. You can only see 10 feet in front of you, and you have no idea how big the space is that you're in.
Oh, cool.
Is it just like a white void from her perspective?
Pretty much.
With just like
But
the
it's-
single opening where the mirror would be?
Yep, but it's dark and foggy.
Ooh. I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Alright, you cast Detect Magic, and you detect a strong magical presence in the mirror.
Hold on a second. I think this mirror is magical. And I will go up to the mirror.
Okay, you go up to the mirror. I also need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Sure.
Alright, and you notice it's a mirror.
Can I... Can I see? Can I make like an Arcana check to like I see if I can tell what this mirror is?
Sure.
All right.
Alright. You can definitely tell it's magical. The nature of the magic effect, when you detect magic, would tell you that it would be... Actually, I guess it doesn't really have a school to it.
Yeah, because it's a magic item.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not really sure. You definitely can tell that the magic within it is powerful. You're just not quite sure the nature of it.
Interesting.
Ophelia's just kind of like gonna stare at him, like, what the fuck?
This mirror clearly has some kind of magical enchantment on it. It's the only thing magical in this room other than us and that sensor over there. I don't think the sensor is the cause. I think the mirror did something to our friend Ophelia. What do you think? I say to Ray and Dark.
Well, I looked at the mirror, nothing happened. Ophelia was also looking at the mirror, now she's gone. I think it's correct to assume that they're related.
Josh, when I looked at the mirror and made my save, did I feel like a pulling sensation at all?
Nope.
Okay.
Dark sits, gives up.
You laugh, but with the shit that's going through Dark's head right now, he is literally on the verge of losing his fucking mind.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Can I go and investigate the mirror, like run my hands along the frame of it and like to see if that does anything?
Yeah, you can do that. So you go up and you touch the mirror, and it appears to be a normal mirror.
do we think that this is, and I mostly looking at the druid, do we think this is one of those things that if we break the mirror, we break the enchantment and it's fine? Or do we think we break the mirror, we have 7 years of bad luck, which I don't know. I don't know if any of us want to risk that at this point in our lives.
7 years of bad luck. What do you mean?
An old superstition. Maybe we don't worry about it.
I've literally never heard of that superstition before. And let me tell you, for me saying that, that says something. But anyway,
My question is
You
this:
can break it then.
if we break the mirror, if it's something to do with what's happened to Ophelia, is it going to harm Ophelia? Do we have any idea if breaking the mirror is going to hurt her, or kill her, or trap her in some other kind of dimension? I don't know what the fuck is
I
going
don't.
on. It's just,
Me neither.
is this
I'm
going to
putting out a
kill her or
suggestion.
hurt her?
Ophelia, as you are wandering around or standing in one spot, staring at them in their confusion, you hear what sounds like the beating of wings.
hmm,
And it's constant. It never gets closer, but it also never gets farther away.
I'm going to take out my wand and kind of like trace the frame of this mirror with it and use its identifying function, which is basically acts the same way as the identify spell, but it gets through any enchantments that would protect an item from the identify spell.
Okay. So you do so. And you figure out that this is a mirror of life trapping.
Mm.
So you would
Yay.
know, based on the nature of the spell, is that the mirror can be broken, and it gets shattered upon destroying it, reducing it to 0 hit points. And you also know that you can... The person that activated it had to be standing within 5 feet of it, and it remains active until their active word is spoken again. And let's see. Yeah, any creature other than the person that activates it, when they see the reflection, while they're within 30 feet of it, has to make a charisma saving throw or be trapped, along with everything that they're carrying or wearing in one of the 12 extra dimensional spaces. And the extra dimensional space is an infinite expanse filled with thick fog that reduces visibility to 10 feet. Creatures trapped in the mirror cells don't age, and they don't need to eat, drink, or sleep. And a person that's trapped can escape using magic that permits planar travel. Otherwise, they're confined to the cell until freed. And if the mirror traps a creature and it's full, it kicks one out at random. And then a freed creature appears in an unoccupied space within sight of the mirror, but facing away from the mirror. And if the mirror is shattered, all creatures it contains are freed and appear in an unoccupied space near it. But also, while you are within 5 feet of the mirror, you can use an action to speak the name of one creature trapped in it, or call out to a particular cell by number. Creature named or contained in the spell appears as an image on the mirror's surface. You and the creature can then communicate normally.
Does it tell me that Ophelia's in there, and by that extension, any other creatures that are stuck in the mirror?
It does not.
Okay.
You also know that you can use an action to speak a second command word to free one creature trapped in the mirror.
Interesting.
and I will whisper you the 2 command words.
That's nice, but I want to do this a different way.
Okay. I don't want to whisper you the
Oh god.
command words.
Well, I am going to cast. Let's see here. I'm going to conjure animals at 5th level in order to make 16 small beasts. Let's say squirrels.
Okay.
And then I have the squirrels go up and stand next to the mirror.
Okay. So, as they all look into the mirror, one by one, because they can't make the save, they start disappearing. And after the 11th one, so as the 11th one goes in, a humanoid pops out, appears in a space close to the mirror, and then number 12 goes in, and Ophelia appears.
I was right. There was more than one.
What the hell?
What the hell just happened?
I don't
Well,
know.
you see, this is a life-stealing mirror. Apparently, if you get too close to it, you get sucked in. Luckily, I was able to tell that there are only 12 little pocket dimensions inside of the mirror, so I just conjured up some animal spirits in order to take the places of the prison cells to get Ophelia and anyone else in the mirror out. And it looks like Ophelia wasn't the only one. As I motioned to the other humanoid, is that other humanoid alive?
Looks like it, just not conscious.
Does anyone recognize them?
Nobody recognizes them.
Let's all take just one big step back from the mirror, because my spell is going to end. Oh, never mind. It lasts up for an hour. I thought it was only a minute or like 10 minutes or something. Never mind, it's an hour. Read your spells, kids.
Let's still not look at it.
Read your
Dark's
shit.
not looking at the mirror, but he's going to go up to this unconscious person and tie their feet, tie their hands, tie them together, tie them to the bedpost, tie them to the wall, tie them to anything he fucking can because he doesn't trust a fucking thing that comes out of this goddamn mirror.
Well, hold on.
No,
That seems
we're
a
not
bit
holding on.
rude. He was a prisoner just like Ophelia, so what?
And I know
There's
the
no
owner
reason.
of this
Yes,
house.
but we don't know that he's not linked to the undead
And the
thing.
owner of this
Yeah.
house
Okay,
could be something that I have no idea what. If he's crazy enough to keep somebody locked in a fucking mirror, I'm not taking a fucking chance if this guy is good or bad or what. Tie him the fuck up. And I'm tying
We
him the
also
fuck up.
have
I think
some
we all just
well-deserved
need to
trust
take
issues.
I think we just all need to take a deep breath, and I'm going to cast Calm Emotions.
Okay.
Oh, man.
And as you also look at the humanoid, you notice it is another female.
So, anybody that is feeling outraged needs to make a charisma saving throw.
feel fine.
Yeah, that'll fail.
Good.
Not your
Because his
strong
sanity
suit there,
meter
Dark.
was about to be rolled. I'm not joking. Dark was very close to losing it right there.
Yeah, you feel calm and collected.
Okay. I still would like to tie this person up. Because I don't know anything about this. I don't know who this person is, but I would rather be safe than sorry than this person waking up and then blindly just attacking us. I just fear for the safety of everything, especially with the door beating the hell out of me, the mirror sucking Ophelia in, or whatever the hell it's doing. I like to take all precautions if possible.
I think that Dark is right. I'm for waking her up. I will happily heal her, but we also don't know anything about her. And
Exactly.
I want to listen to what happened and how she got trapped in this mirror and if she knows anything about what's going on here. However, we also have to be cautious.
Well, that's perfectly understandable. We can bind her hands, but let's not go dragging her over to the bed. I'm sure that the four of us can take her if it turns out that she is in fact hostile to us or whatever is going on here, and then we can wake her up and get to the bottom of this.
Sounds a good plan.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so I'll tie her up unless someone else wants to do it.
Dark was going to be tying her up regardless.
Oh, okay.
So I'll take out the rope, tie her feet, tie her hands, tie the feet to the hands, behind her back.
Well, that's now you look like you're getting ready to roast her over a fire. But
I'm not trying to roast her over a fire.
I think the hands is plenty enough. I doubt.
Let me tell you a little story about this man we met named Seshi, who was charmed after one of the first times we met him, and he attacked us. And after we knocked him out, we woke him back up. He stole his potions out of his bag, healed himself back up, and proceeded to attack us again. I'm not going to take another risk like that. I would like to at least just make sure this person can't run, can't do anything with their hands, can't start waving their fingers and cast some kind of magic spell that's going to make us all blind or kill us instantly. I don't know. I just don't want to take that risk. I would prefer to protect everybody here, even you, Mr. I Barely Know You. But yes, I would like to make sure that we all don't die here.
We've gotten a little paranoid.
Just a
Sorry.
little.
I'm very paranoid.
All right. I completely understand. How about we wake her up, and if she does anything, I'll paralyze her. Does that work for everyone?
Ophelia just does a thumbs up.
All right.
You sure that's going to work?
All right.
It will work. Trust me.
I have your word.
You have my word.
Okay, good, because that doesn't work. I'm punching you in the face. And I will back off.
All right. So,
even with the calm emotions, Dark still a little losing it.
all right. So, who would like to do the honors of waking her up?
Does it look like she needs to be like healed to wake her up, or could she be shaken awake and?
Well, make a medicine check.
No clue.
Well, I'll tell you some stuff you do learn. As you flip her over to inspect her current state of health, you notice that she is very heavily burned by what you assume to be acid burns. Because there's a pattern.
What?
And even though you turned her gently, you have no idea whether it's a shake or healing that needs to be done.
I'll just go ahead and cast a first level cure wounds when I see her burns. Why do you not want to roll a first level spell? Game?
Yeah.
What's cure wounds? Is it 1d?
1d8 plus your charisma.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll it. Since it's being stupid. Is it? Sorry. Is it? It's just the plus the 5, right?
Yeah, your charisma. All right, you heal her for 6 hit points. Some of the acid burns heal up, and she slowly opens her eyes up and looks at you, and she looks very, very puzzled. And then she
Hello.
looks around the rest of the room, and it's like, where am I?
You're in a house in what we understand to be a swamp in the forest. Do you know how you got here?
No.
Do you remember looking into a mirror at all?
No.
Do you know how you got these burns?
The last thing I remember was I came to this house, and it was in the middle of a field. I was being chased by something with large wings. It's flying overhead, and I took shelter in here, and there was a man here, and he helped me stay away to keep the creature back, and he brought me in here, and then I felt a burning sensation, and that's all I remember.
What's your name?
My name is Emily.
I lost my pen. Coach ate it again. All right. My name's Ray. We're going to try and help. And you were alone when you were running away from whatever was following you.
I was.
Are you from Vasselheim?
What's Vasselheim?
Ray just slowly turns to look at the rest of the group.
It's the nearest city.
What's a city?
What? What year is it? Emily, do you know?
What's a year?
Josh, how
Ophelia is
old does the
just-
girl look?
She looks young.
You said she was an elf, right?
She's a human.
Oh, I thought you said elf. Sorry.
She's a human.
Young as in like a child, or like maybe in her teens, or
Early to mid-20s.
okay.
Ophelia just looks at everybody. She's like, where are you from?
I grew up in a cave.
In a cave.
Yeah. In the northern mountains. This is the furthest I've ventured this way.
Why
What?
were you running? Like what started that?
I was being chased by something. I was flying and had big wings.
What do you know what color it was?
I could only see its shadow.
Right.
Do you know? Trying to think of a question to ask her to try to figure out like how long. Can you describe the man that helped you hide in here?
It was a human man, much like me. I he reminded me of my father, but he was bigger. He was very charming. He was very young too, probably same age as me. Just everything that he said was. It seemed like he knew exactly what to say to keep me calm, so I wasn't afraid of the creature. And he had a lot of cool stuff in the house too, like a pot. I remember the pot. It was a vase that looked like it was made by one of those creatures that lived in the mountains.
Creatures in the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah, Papa always told me not to go there. Creatures made of fire.
Made of fire. Okay.
What I'm sorry, back Dark, does the man that she's describing sound anything like your friend?
Does it?
No, Radek is an elf.
Doesn't quite sound like him. And again, who knows if he was using some kind of illusion or I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore.
I don't think we should stay here much longer.
Yeah.
I have I've had a bad feeling about this the entire time we've been here. It's just getting worse. I think we should try to take Emily back to the city for now. And we can.
I don't want to go to the city. I want to go to my father.
Yeah.
The mountains are not safe right now. We're trying to make them a little bit safer. And once we have, we can help you find your way back home.
Should take me back anyway.
You just want to go back into a dangerous area.
Here's the thing. When you came into this house, it looked like a field. That's what you said, right?
It was a field. There was a field outside.
Mm-hmm. The first thing we saw when we got here was a really dense forest, and then our friend here, and I point at the druid, did some magic, and we discovered that it's a swamp.
She completely ignores the latter half of what you say. As you point back to the druid, she looks puzzled.
Do you
Are
recognize
you?
him?
I don't recognize him, but his presence feels familiar. I've dreamt about you.
Ophelia mouths what the fuck over to Ray.
A serious side eye towards the druid.
Dark very slowly is going to turn that crossbow over towards the druid. Not aiming, but it's still aimed down, but just kind of in his general direction, looking at him like, you need to start talking.
Why would this girl be dreaming of you? Or something like you?
Well, I often have that effect on children. They dream of me. You could say we're kindred spirits.
I look
It
back
was
over
right before I left home.
Good dreams or bad dreams, Emily?
Well, right before bed, I prayed for safe passage through the fields. I knew I had to travel far. And that night I dreamt of a guiding hand over me, and I felt like I was ready to travel through the fields, and passage was safe until I got here.
You guys kind of when you look at the druid, you can see that he's got a soft smile on his face as she's talking about this, and yet like a sadness in his eyes at the same time. I'm afraid you still need to travel a bit more, Emily. But if you like, I can help you get there.
Where are we going?
And I kind of put my hand out to her and I say, home. The long way around.
Ophelia's just
She
like
takes your
looking at her
hand.
two friends. She's like, what the fuck, guys?
Very confused right now.
First, we'll have to take these other ones back to their home. I'm afraid it's not safe here for any of us. And I kind of start leading the way out of the hut or house, whatever this is.
All right. She follows after you.
What do the rest of the party do?
Ophelia's just staring. Like,
Ray's just like sitting on the ground. Like,
Ophelia's like, are we just leaving then? I thought, what?
I mean,
I mean, there's undead under here. I feel like I shouldn't just let them be.
I think he might have been talking about us there at the end, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not.
Yeah.
I was referring to you guys. Need to get you guys back to Vasselheim, basically, is what I meant.
Yeah.
But the things underneath of this thing.
And whatever the hell this hut is.
And the trapdoor that we found that just trapped me in a mirror.
I mean,
After a moment of you guys just standing there, the druid just pops his head back in and is like, "Are you guys coming?"
I don't know yet.
I guess. We couldn't even get into a temple, just the three of us, so I feel like we should just leave.
That's fair.
Yep. I feel he's gonna start following.
So I had this thought a little bit ago, Josh.
Yeah.
Is there anything about this house and the stuff that's in it that seems vaguely horde-like?
What do you mean horde-like?
Or does it like does it seem like it's like super over the top in
Well,
their
okay,
collection? Or like
let me put it this way. There's a vase in the center of the room that is worth an estimated 75,000 gold pieces. Does that seem a little over the top?
yes?
Does that answer your question?
I don't know. Alright. I think we should just leave, guys. I just have to add this to the list
Yeah.
of things we handle at a later date.
Yep, and Dark will, as I typed, he will be ripping a page from his journal real quick and scribbling on it, Radic, "We need to talk," Dark, and leaving it on the table before he leaves.
Alright.
And as they all leave the house, they see the wagon waiting outside, and the druid helping Emily into the wagon.
Hey, Druid, how?
The fuck?
How what?
How is your wagon here?
Wagon?
It's here to take us back to Vesselheim.
How is it here? Not
I-
why is it here.
I asked it to come here and pick us up.
It's sentient.
Who are you? Don't say you're the druid. Don't. I would rather have no answer.
Sanity decreasing. I'm
Why don't-
not
Just-
joking.
Why don't
Just-
you all just come inside?
How
and-
about you tell us how you can just talk to your wagon? Because I don't
I-
trust a wagon that can just pull itself places.
I
A little weird.
I pull out my wand and I say, "With my wand."
Dark's just gonna start walking back towards Vasselheim.
Okay, so your
Okay.
wand is
Dark, this
tied.
is a lot safer and faster.
That's nice.
Your wand is tied to the wagon?
No, I just use it to communicate with the wagon over large distances.
That makes no more sense. But okay.
Let me put it this way. Magic.
No, I get that part of it.
So what's the party doing?
Can
Dark's
I?
already walking back.
Can I?
Yes, getting on the
insight-
wagon.
Can I insight check him for the this is safe and faster?
Yeah.
Dark
Is
is
that part
pulling
of
a
what he
Cartman.
do.
Dark is pulling a Cartman right now. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Yeah, you can inside check him.
I would love to insight check him. Alright. It seems like a great wagon.
Seems trustworthy to me.
All right. Hold up.
I mean, to be fair, I already almost died without the wagon, so how much worse could the wagon be?
Alright, let's see that roll.
All right. That's funny.
Doesn't seem dangerous at all.
That wasn't unsettling. Okay.
I also rolled a 24. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why we chuckled.
It's you can't tell one way or the other. You're not sure based on that, like how it's faster, other than the fact that it's a wagon. But again, no beast of burden.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I can sit on it, the wagon. Fine.
Oh, you don't have to sit. You just come on the inside, and it's nice.
It's a wagon.
I mean, if you'd like to sit inside, you can, but it's not required.
Do you just stand on the wagon?
Druid, is it bigger on the inside?
It's in the wagon. You stand
Yeah,
in.
there is a canopy over the top of it.
Yeah, it's an enclosed.
So, whatever. She's just gonna walk into it.
All right, you climb into the wagon, and it's spacious. There
It
is a lot of room in here.
A lot of room. It's a big open area. You see like a dashboard against one wall with a bunch of weird dials and cranks that you can only imagine what those are for.
I'd follow Amelia inside.
All right. As opposed to the regular small-sized wagon you were expecting, much bigger. Definitely catches you off guard after poking your head in
What
the first time.
I am still so confused. I'm just gonna find a place to sit.
And then as I go to close the door, I'm like, oh wait, I forgot one thing. And then I'm gonna run back inside to grab the mirror and then bring it with me.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of a good idea.
All right, so
I'm also gonna close the trap door and put the rug back over.
yeah, easy enough to do.
Yeah. And then I come back into the wagon holding the mirror. I was like, better to keep an eye on this one, and I'll go off to another side area of this large, spacious interior. Kind of open up like a thin wooden door in the side of the wall, and just slide the mirror right in. Close the door, and you hear a as it locks the door.
All right.
All right. I really feel bad about leaving Dark here. I mean, we don't know what else could be in this swamp. Let's.
Yeah,
I mean,
should probably
we
get
can
him.
try to convince him to come in.
He really
Not
doesn't.
always easy.
No, he's not the easiest to convince.
Can you like pull up next to him? We'll
Yeah.
try to talk him in here.
Yeah, I can pull up next to him, and I will set the wagon to fly mode and just go flying over next to Dark.
All right.
And then, like as the wagon is flying next to Dark, I kind of like lean out and like, are you sure you don't want to ride? I mean, it's a lot safer inside than whatever else is in this swamp.
As you pull up next to Dark, you're hearing him kind of talking to himself.
I also, at this point, need Dark to make a strength save.
Would he still be under the effect of
Freedom of movement, would you just wearing off?
Oh, okay.
All right. And as you are talking to Dark, you watch as he starts getting pulled under the water.
God damn it. I'm gonna grasping vine him into the wagon.
Okay. Is that a save DC?
Yeah, if he's unwilling, I guess it would be a save DC.
Yeah. Are you going to willingly get grasped by the vine, or are you gonna resist it, Dark?
It's a dex save if you're resisting. If you would prefer to descend down into the swampy death, go ahead.
Well, I'm just trying to think from Dark's sanity meter right now. Is he going to be willingly, like, if with everything that's going on in his head, is he going to be willingly, yeah, just fucking take me, or fucking help me out? It's literally a 50-50, so I'm going to roll a d2.
All right.
1, I'm getting on. 2, I'm going down.
Oh God.
See you, Dark.
He's going down.
I'm going down.
All right, make your deck save then, as I grasping behind you.
Yep. All right. And actually, we'll have this. Let's do, because there's two forces pulling at Dark. We're gonna do 3 different things here. I'm gonna have you do a athletics check with your spellcasting modifier.
Okay. All right.
And I'm gonna have the creatures make an athletics check. And I'm gonna have Dark make a con save.
All right. So if I'm not proficient with athletics, it's just a straight
Just
wisdom
strength.
check?
Yeah.
Straight wisdom. All right. Cool. Oh my god.
It's alright, they rolled a 7. So the vine easily just yanks Dark into the wagon. And Dark, you are not ripped in half as a result of it.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
I kind of like, as the vine flings him up towards the wagon, I just kind of hoist him the rest of the way, close the door behind him, and then just kind of now that we are on stable wagon ground, just kind of pat him on the shoulder, like, you're good now, you're good. And then you also see the nice, big, lavish, comfortable space inside of this wagon.
Druid, does your wagon have a name?
Yeah, it's wagon.
Wagon?
How did
Yeah.
I know? I could just guess for some reason.
Dark's just going to be laying there.
Welcome aboard.
You're just laying there.
Pretty much.
All right.
Now what?
Well, and I go walking over to the dashboard. I'm gonna take you guys back to Vasselheim. You're gonna need some backup for what's going ahead. Once I drop you off, I'm gonna help out Emily over here. She's not supposed to be here.
That was pretty obvious.
Okay.
Also, how do you know we're gonna need backup?
I mean, you guys haven't figured it out yet? Acid, dark flying shape.
Oh no, there's a dragon. We know that much.
Okay, yeah, it's a dragon. You're going to need to fight the dragon, obviously.
No, I figured that much out.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm glad we're on the same page then.
No, pretty sure we may have met the dragon. We're not entirely certain of that at the moment. 50-50.
It's so brash.
Well, I wish you guys good luck, and we're here.
I'm not even questioning it anymore.
As you step out of the wagon, you find yourselves right back in front of the Temple of Nero. In the exact spot
Yay.
you saw the wagon last.
I got nothing done, I feel like.
You guys learned there's a
girl
swamp.
from a mirror. That's
I mean, Ophelia just says that out loud.
an accomplishment.
Well,
Yeah, that was really weird.
As you guys are standing there too, go ahead and make perception checks.
Well, I was gonna say the second Dark actually put his feet on the ground,
Right.
he was gonna be taking a big drink.
So Dark drinks himself to oblivion, and Ophelia and Ray, you notice nothing.
Yeah, we do.
I'll still roll perception, but with disadvantage. How's that?
I'll also roll perception just so we can know what it is.
Okay. Alright. So, yeah. The Druid, you notice two figures that seem to be of high importance walking down the street together. One of them appears to be carrying a piece of metal. It looks like it's a piece of a staff.
Huh. Do I recognize the figures?
You do. As you have, not by name, you've never met these two before, but you recognize the symbol that is embedded in their shoulder, as you recognize it on the members standing around you. You recognize that these must be high-ranking people within the Slayer's Take.
Oh, well, would you look at the time? It was nice meeting you guys. Good luck in the coming battle. Say hi to Farron for me. See ya. And I close the door right in their face. And then you watch as the wagon just seems to start to fade in and out of existence, and you hear this sound.
I hate everything about my life right now.
Make it stop.
And then the wagon is gone.
70 meter dropping a little bit more again.
Ophelia's just like, what? Why? Why is this my life?
Just a real quick GM question: Is there some kind of insane asylum in Vesselheim? Just curious. Just curious. Just would like to know.
Yeah, it's called the Dark Temple, and you're standing right outside of it.
Ray just starts like whacking Dark's arms, like holding the flask, and it's just like,
You want some? Go
give.
ahead.
She just takes like
Have
one quick drink from it. So now, since did he kind of like point out the figures that were walking?
Nope. You can kind of look around though, try to figure out what it was that startled him. I will allow you to make another perception check.
Yay!
Cool. Hey.
All right, Ophelia, Dark, you don't say anything. You catch the shimmer of a piece of metal as it reflects off of the sun as they turn a corner. Ray, you are able to make out the forms of Sliske and Athos, too, as they turn a corner toward the Slayer's Stake.
That was Sliske and Athos has left the building for once. Maybe he's finally taken a nap.
No, not Athos. You're thinking of Savulus.
Oh.
No, not
no,
wait.
Ilzar.
No, not Savulus. Ilzar. Sorry, I'm getting Josh's characters mixed up.
Oh no, they're back.
Yeah, they're
I'm sorry, it's 1:30 in the morning and I'm losing it.
I completely understand.
Guys, they're back. And then she just like takes off after them.
Yeah,
Right.
Ophelia's gonna grab Dark's arm and drag him with us.
And he will
As
stumble
you
along.
round the corner where you saw them, they're not there.
Oh my god.
I can't handle today anymore, you guys.
70 meter dropping a
They're
little
not
bit
there
more.
because they went into the Slayer's Take. Calm down. Oh my god.
You do notice the Slayer's take about 200 feet ahead of you.
Oh God.
The Dark Temple is not that far from the Slayer's take.
My concept of maps in space is really terrible. So
Keep in mind, like, you had to go a ways to get to that corner. Like, it wasn't, like, immediately around a corner. It was a good few hundred feet away. Yeah. As you needed a high perception to be able to make out it was the two of them.
okay.
Ophelia's just gonna walk in then.
Yep. Just gonna walk into the take.
Alright, you guys go into the take. And Ilzar is standing there, facing a wall, just staring at it. And he hears you come in and it's just like, hey!
Hey, Ilzar.
Hey.
Good to see you.
Yeah. How are you? She like makes a face.
It's hanging in there.
Is that wall treating you well?
Thought I heard something.
What
In the
did you
wall?
think you heard?
Noises.
What kind of noises those are?
And he just face plants to the ground.
Oh my God.
Does that mean he's asleep?
Did he finally fall asleep?
Exhaustion level 5.
He's dead. Ophelia, go check on him.
Just sitting there, just like, no, it's just cool. Cool.
You
Is
really
it-
need to do something about that. You're gonna die. If you keep that up.
It's been 5 days.
You need to go to bed.
What's
You-
bed?
You might actually die.
All right. I tried sleeping, and it
Uh-huh.
didn't work.
He's an elf.
Yeah, don't you just trance or
Meditate?
something?
Yeah, tried that. Also didn't work.
Have you tried a nice cup of chamomile tea?
Make a perception check while you're standing right next to him, or kneeling over him, or whatever it is you're doing. Alright, you notice what appears to be a small scratch on his neck.
Meth is never the answer.
Ilzar, let me take a look at your neck.
Alright, I'm gonna stop you.
Okay. She'll just kind of awkwardly check it.
Alright. It looks like a very minor scratch. Actually, you've been around a beast similar to this. You remember the claws that were on Wilhelmina's panther, and you recognize that this scratch mark would have likely been caused by something that had a similar shaped claw, but a little bigger.
Let me just try something, Ilzar. And she'll go ahead and just cast a Greater Restoration just for shits and giggles.
Okay. You cast Greater Restoration. And actually, let me look something up real quick. Let me just look something up. I'm just gonna look up the spell. Just gonna do something. Greater Restoration. Okay, so you remove one effect on the creature. Which what effect are you choosing to remove?
I mean, I'm assuming, like...
You could either lower his exhaustion level by 1, or end a other separate effect.
I mean, I was thinking.
Go for the effect that's making it so he can't trance.
That's what I was going for.
Good.
So you
I just
remove
don't
the
know how to
effect that
speak.
makes it so he cannot trance, and you watch as the scratch on his neck disappears. And he just kind of like sits up and closes his eyes. Says, "Leave me.
You're in the middle of the lobby.
You're
Go
welcome.
away!"
You're welcome,
20
asshole. And
hours
she'll just
later.
stand
You
up.
want like a blanket or something?
I can't move. Go away.
Yeah, you're
My
welcome.
speed's 0.
Would you like something to drink?
Some apple cider, please.
Oh, I don't have that.
Well, why'd you ask?
Just thought
All right,
some
I'm
alcohol
gonna
would
walk
be good.
away now. Somebody's cranky, so
God damn. Ophelia's gonna look
Is
around
there-
for this then.
yeah. So is there anybody else here?
The noise causes the gnome to come down the stairs. What's going on down here?
There's a gnome.
Ilzar's transing.
The gnome with no name.
Yeah, the gnome with no name. The no-named gnome.
I must have missed that one.
I don't think he was here that episode, 2 episodes ago at the beginning of it.
Yeah, there you go.
Ophelia's gonna look at the gnome, leave Ilzar alone.
Typical. And he goes back up the stairs.
Yeah.
You hear him mutter, he must be in one of his moods again.
Yep.
Looking for Athos.
Looking for Athos. Athos 2.
Alright, you go into the back room where you know Athos hangs out in, with all the couches. And him and Siske are sitting down, talking.
I'm surprised you two were alive.
You see Athos has like a weird like metallic cylinder next to him. Oh, hey.
Yeah, hey.
Hey.
How's it going?
And that's where we're gonna end it.
Oh, no.
Interesting developments. I'm not talking about anything dragon related. I'm talking about just Dark's mentality at this point. Just very interesting developments happening.
The best part about right now is that you guys have the freedom to do anything you want.
I don't like this much freedom.
Which means the RP chat is about to start getting used.
Exactly. Might have been intentional.
Ooh.
What?
What?
Wow.
When did Waluigi get here?
Meh.
He should have always been here.
I mean, he had to go somewhere. They wouldn't let him in Smash.
My heart. Guys, he's totally gonna be a assist trophy, okay?
Sure, okay.
What'd you guys think of the Druid?
I'm angry
Snarky
at
little
myself for
fucking
not figuring it out earlier.
I know.
No, you don't understand, Josh. I was
that was
president
Mike.
of my college's Doctor Who club for 2 years. The fact that I didn't figure it out until I got into the damn wagon
Figured
makes
out
me
what?
so angry.
I know, just like the quirky nature, the wand, the wagon.
I'm so angry at myself. Like I started texting I'm still friends with the other officers from when I was an officer, and I started texting them because I DM a game for them on Thursdays now, and I'm just like, you guys are never gonna believe what I
Guess who
did.
we ran into? It wasn't the doctor.
I
was
still don't
the
know what's
Druid.
going on.
It was the Druid.
I hate everything about my life.
The Druid is a play on the Doctor.
I'm gonna sit here and finish my bourbon.
On what Doctor?
An adult.
Doctor Who.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
watch it either, but like
I've never seen Doctor Who, so
I haven't either, but I understand the concept of
Yeah.
it.
I
between
actually
I'm
don't
so
know
angry
barely
right
anything
now.
about Doctor Who, so
Yeah, it's the wand instead of the sonic screwdriver.
I know.
And the wagon instead of the booth. Oh, so good.
Yeah. And his name's the Druid,
Yep.
known throughout the world for healer or wise man.
I hate so much of my life right now. Don't even know how angry I am. Like a rage. So disappointed in myself.
Oh man. So
Now,
happy
see,
with that.
this is where I come in because I can also read the Twitch chat right now because I'm one of the viewers. So I can see Forrest telling me it's a TARDIS. We're going to go back to where I also don't watch the show.
Oh man. So happy. That worked exactly as well as I wanted it to.
Oh, I had a damn good time.
All of the twists and turns and what's going on. Have you guys figured out how old Emily is yet?
I figured out. You see, when I figured out that she wasn't from this time, is when I really should have started putting some dots together. Because I figured that one out a while back. I look back on it and I'm just like, I just want to go back and smack like hour and a half ago Kayla in the back of the head. And
Funny thing was, that wasn't planned.
Yeah, I had no idea there was gonna be a girl from the past trapped in a mirror.
And a girl from the present.
Yeah.
Hey.
Ophelia. And now there's just squirrels. Squirrels everywhere.
I would have left.
Well, they'd be gone by now.
Yeah,
Like,
it only lasts what, an hour? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would laugh so hard if it made it like your personality is the opposite. Ophelia would come out like, "Hi, everybody."
I mean,
Oh
for the
God.
that would probably not do well for Dark.
There was a good point in time where I was distracted by like mirror universe from Star Trek sort of timeline going on. There was a good portion of time that my mind was occupied by what mirror universe Ophelia would look like and act like. So
It's just like an actual like
She just came up just like, ha, let's go kill some things. Ha ha.
Okay.
I love my friends.
I think this is a good enough spot to call the stream to an end for now. So thank you for everyone that's watching, and check us out hopefully next Wednesday around the same time at 11 Eastern, 10 Central.
Hopefully so.
Should be.
And we will catch you then.
Maybe we'll have our regular players back.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
great.
All right.
Quit pussyfooting around and actually fight a dragon.
Yeah, I know.
Nice, I'm ready. Let's just do it.
All right, thanks for
Down.
watching.